Hello everyone. I would like to give you a few tips before boarding the Royal Caribbean cruise ships. Before you board the cruise ships on Royal Caribbean in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, Florida, when you're going through customs, you want to make sure you have your birth certificates, driver's license, and your passports out at all times going through customs. The next thing I want to talk to you about the cruise ships is when you get on, or before you get on, you want to go down to your carrier and make sure that you get a Wi-Fi plan with your carrier. When you get on the ship, they also have another Wi-Fi plan that you have to get when you get on the cruise ships, and that runs around $17.99 per day. Okay, the next tip I want to talk to you about, it's good to stay in touch when you're on the cruise ships and you have kids or whatever. Walkie-talkies, I found, are very good to stay in touch on the ships. Of course, you know, some of these ships are huge, and if each person has a walkie-talkie, it can come in handy when you're on the cruise ship. Next thing you need to know, there's no irons allowed in your suitcase. They have an iron on board, which you have to wait in the line to use. But I find if you take everything or press it or take it to the cleaners in advance, then you know you can pack it in the Ziploc bags. They have those huge, large ones, and put them in there to pack all your things. But you are not allowed to bring an iron inside of your luggage. You cannot bring bottled water onto the cruise ship. You're allowed to bring snacks, sodas, but no bottles, plastic bottles, and no water is allowed on the cruise ship. When you're packing Ziploc hefty bags, or they come in handy, and they come in small, medium, and large. They come in handy for your medicines and different items that you may need to pack. If you're afraid to get on a cruise, just remember, when you're on these ships, they're so huge that you don't even know you're on it. It's like a mini city. So if you find that you have any type of motion sickness, you may want to go to your doctor and get a patch behind your ear, or you also can get the Dramamine that are sold at any drugstores for motion sickness. I also want to talk to you. Also, they want you to do your online check-in before you get on the ship. They want you to go online on the computer, go online and check yourself in and do all of that. Get your luggage tags before you get on the ship. Just so you know, when you print out your luggage tags, they're going to be look like paper. So I know you don't like that, but when you get down to Miami or Fort Lauderdale to get on the Royal Caribbean cruise ships, they have a better luggage tag for you to tie onto your luggage. The next tip I would like to talk to you about, tipping. You may want to prepay for that before you get on the ship and do a 7-day cruise with any Royal Caribbean cruise ships. It's $101.50 per person per 7 days. So if you're on it for 7 days, it's going to be $101.50. And it's nice to prepay that, and you'll have it all out of the way before you get on. If you're flying in, your suitcases cannot be over 50 pounds. But if you're driving in, just so you know, there's no weight to check your bags to worry about being over 50 pounds. It's not a problem. And so that's something you don't have to worry about when you're getting on a cruise ship, having too many bags or overpacking, but only if you're flying in. Next thing I want to talk to you about, driving in. If you're driving in, it's going to charge you $20 per day to park your car. Okay, just remember, if you're driving in from West Palm Beach or Jupiter, whatever you're coming from, and you're driving in, they charge $20 a day to park your vehicle. The next tip I would like to talk to you about is when you're packing, make sure you bring some Lysol spray so you can spray those toilet seats. And it's very good for your bedding, pillows and bedding, and your toilet seats. Make sure you get some Lysol spray to kill germs. Okay, and also a lot of times these ships do not have shower caps, so make sure you pack a shower cap in your bag when you're going on a cruise. You do not need cash on the cruise. You will need cash, but you will not be using it on the ship. The only time you use cash on the ship is when you go to the casino. You will need cash when you go to the different ports, but just remember, when you get on the cruise ship, they want you to go over to the customer service desk and get a card and put all of your money on a ship to shore card. That card, sometimes there are some of these ships have such clout that when you get off, some places will still let you use your card. But just remember, you have to put money on the card, and that's what you will use the whole time that you're on the ship. You would pull out your ship to shore card and use that for whether it's alcohol drinks or snacks, whatever. Remember, when you get on a cruise ship, your sodas and your liquor you have to pay for. So you may want to get your liquor package. You can get it before you get on the ship, or you can get it when you get on. And the liquor package for a 7-day cruise runs around $55 per day. So I just want to let you know about that. When I travel with $2 bills because they look nice when I'm tipping the bellman that has to get your luggage when you pull up on curbside. So I like to use $2 bills for tipping in that manner. It just looked nicer than giving people dollar bills. The next tip I want to talk about, when you at the end of your cruise, you do not have to put your bags outside the door like they said. You can keep your bags with you if you have a flight to catch. You're allowed to keep your bags with you, and that way when your zone is called, or your number and color or whatever, I forgot how, but anyway, they're gonna call and tell you, a number or whatever it's going to be called. And that's when you're getting ready to get off the ship. If you have your bags with you, that means you don't have to go down and try to identify them or look for them. So just remember, at the end of the cruise, you do not have to put your bags out that door like they said. You can keep your bags with you. That way, if you have a flight to catch, you'll already have your bags with you. Another tip I would like to talk to you about on the cruise ships, if you did not know, they have a dress-up night. So the ladies may want to bring some gowns, and the guys may want to bring suits or some dressy outfits, because they're going to have dress-up nights. Sometime, sitting with the captain, or they're going to have these dress-up nights for you to do some beautiful pictures. So I know you like to walk around in shorts and flip-flops when you're on a cruise and relaxing, but you may want to, do a little dressing up. So you have to remember to pack that when you're coming on a cruise. Okay. So I just wanted to go over a few tips with you that may help you when you're going on Royal Caribbean cruise ships. I have been sailing with Royal Caribbean. I am a Crown and Anchor member. You can sign up; it's no charge. And every time you cruise, you will get points, and it will help you one day to get a free cruise. And remember one thing: you do not need a passport to get on Royal Caribbean or any cruise ship. As far as I know, all you need is a driver's license and a birth certificate. Okay. And if you go on a 3-day cruise, it's $100 down per person. If you're doing a 7-day cruise or a 6-day cruise, it's going to cost you $250 deposit. And then they will allow you to make payments each month like a layaway. What that means is you can make payments of your choice each month on a cruise. So I don't know, for instance, your cruise was $2,800 for 2 people, just an example. You would put down $500, and then you would make payments of your choice. they don't tell you how much to pay. They're only going to tell you what your deadline is to make, when is your final payment, and then you have to have that money at that time. Remember, cruise ships will allow you to book on up to 2 years in advance. So just remember, try to book at least a year in advance. That way it allows you time to pay off your cruise. But remember, you're doing a 6 or 7 day, it's $250 down per person. If you're doing a 3 day, it's only $100 down per person. Okay? And so Cynthia the Traveling Queen just like to give you a few tips. If you're familiar with me, I am on YouTube. Check me out, Cynthia Traveling Queen Entertainment. If you go to Facebook, you'll find me as Cynthia Walker or Moshine Cynthia. And if you go to Instagram, you will find me as Cynthia Traveling Queen or Cynthia Social Media. Okay? So I hope that my tips have helped someone. Feel free to share. And I appreciate all the love that you guys show me. Again, I am Cynthia the Traveling Queen. I am known all over the world for the free tips that I give out trying to help others. And I hope you enjoy your cruise. And who knows, you may see me on the cruise. Bye.